Commander Zixthul adjusted his crystalline sensors as the hegemony's scout fleet approached the small blue planet. The third rock from an unremarkable yellow star had been flagged by their long-range scanners. Primitive electromagnetic emissions, suggesting early industrial development. Another backwater species, his aide Krell chittered through his translator. Shall we proceed with standard annexation protocols? Zixthul examined the data streams flowing across his neural interface. Chemical rockets barely escaping the gravity well. Crude nuclear fission, radio waves carrying what appeared to be entertainment broadcasts. The species, humans according to their intercepted transmissions, were perhaps 1,000 cycles behind the galactic standard. Begin observation phase, he ordered. Document their primitive technologies before integration. The hegemony had perfected this process across 17 sectors. Scout, observe, catalog, then absorb. Primitive species were given simple roles: resource extraction, basic manufacturing, menial labor. Their crude understanding of physics made them useful only for the most elementary tasks. Dr. Sarah Chen stared at the equations covering every surface of her underground laboratory. For 3 years she had been chasing something that shouldn't exist, quantum signatures that violated everything they knew about space-time. The readings are getting stronger, her colleague Marcus said, adjusting the detection array. Whatever's out there, it's big and it's watching us. Sarah nodded grimly. The alien vessels had been spotted by amateur astronomers 6 months ago, dismissed by mainstream media as space debris. But Sarah's quantum resonance detectors told a different story. The ships were there, cloaked by technology that bent light around them. They think we can't see them, she murmured, studying the wave patterns. But they don't understand what we've discovered. 3 years ago, Sarah's team at the classified Prometheus research facility had stumbled upon something extraordinary. While attempting to create stable fusion reactions, they had accidentally torn a microscopic hole in reality itself. The mathematics were impossible. Energy from nothing, matter behaving in ways that contradicted conservation laws. They had discovered that the universe had a hidden layer, a substrate beneath quantum mechanics where information itself was the fundamental force. By manipulating quantum information directly, they could rewrite the local laws of physics. Commander Zixthul was reviewing the humans' technological assessment when his sensor operator's alarm shrieked through the bridge. Commander, energy readings from the surface are impossible. The main display flickered to life, showing a massive spike in exotic energy emanating from beneath the planet's surface. The readings climbed beyond their instruments' capacity to measure. Malfunction? Zixthul asked, though his combat experience told him otherwise. No, sir. I'm reading localized space-time distortions. The humans appear to be manipulating the quantum vacuum itself. Before Zixthul could respond, space around his fleet began to ripple like water. Sarah felt the weight of humanity's future pressing on her shoulders as she initiated the final sequence. Around her, the quantum manipulation chamber hummed with barely contained energy. Information cascade is stable, Marcus reported. We're rewriting the local physics parameters now. On the screens above them, the alien fleet became visible as their cloaking technology failed. 12 massive ships, each 1 kilometers long, hung in space like sleeping giants. Initiating Protocol Archimedes, Sarah announced to the connected research facilities worldwide. Humanity had spent 3 years preparing for this moment, building quantum manipulation arrays in secret, linked through quantum entanglement networks. The fundamental constants, the speed of light, Planck's constant, the fine structure constant, began to fluctuate in the space around Earth. Aboard the hegemony flagship, chaos erupted. Their fusion reactors sputtered as nuclear physics became unreliable. Gravity fluctuated wildly, crushing some crew members while leaving others floating. The very atoms in their hull began behaving according to new rules. Their hyperdrive is offline, Krell reported, his voice distorted as sound propagation itself became unstable. Our weapons won't function. The humans have created a zone where our technology cannot operate. Zixthul watched in growing horror as the human planet began to glow. Energy patterns, unlike anything in their databases, spread across the surface. The primitive species they had come to subjugate was wielding forces that the hegemony's greatest scientists claimed were impossible. Sir, his communications officer stammered, we're receiving a transmission from the surface. Sarah's voice carried across the void, translated by systems that were fighting to understand the new physics surrounding them. "We know you're there," she said calmly. "We know you think we're primitive, but you misunderstood something fundamental about humanity. We don't just learn the rules, we rewrite them." The space around Earth had become a bubble where human will shaped reality. Their quantum manipulation arrays had created a zone where physics obeyed human intentions, rather than universal constants. "Your choice is simple," Sarah continued. "Leave now while we allow your old physics to function in your retreat path, or stay and discover what happens when a species that once worshipped fire learns to edit the source code of reality." Commander Zixthul had conquered 47 worlds in his career. He had faced species with advanced energy weapons, impenetrable shields, and exotic matter manipulation. But he had never encountered a species that could simply decide that his weapons shouldn't work. "Full retreat," he ordered. "Mark this system as quarantined. File a report with the High Command recommending immediate reclassification." As the hegemony fleet limped away, their technology gradually returning to normal function as they left Earth's reality-warped space, Zixthul updated humanity's file. Classification: not primitive, not advanced, something entirely new. Threat level: do not engage. Special note: species demonstrates ability to modify universal constants at will. All previous assumptions about technological development progression must be revised. Sarah watched the alien ships vanish into hyperspace, their retreat lighting up her sensors like fleeing comets. Around Earth, the quantum manipulation fields began to stabilize into their new configuration. A permanent shield that would make their world unassailable by any technology that relied on predictable physics. Humanity had learned the universe's greatest secret. Reality was just another kind of software. And humans, as it turned out, were excellent hackers. The stars no longer seemed so distant.